Good evening, this is Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. Tonight, as the Delhi Port campaign heats up, the BJP ropes in senior central ministers including Arun Jaitley. Is this a sign of nervousness? Is the Kiran Bedi card backfiring? Also tonight, the IAS officer who has been warned to stop preaching says he will challenge the government over what he calls his fundamental right to practice his religion. But is his conduct becoming of a serving IAS officer? He'll be joining us later on in the program for that debate. But first, there are about 10 days now to go for the Delhi election, and the BJP has now roped in its big guns. As many as 11 union ministers and 17 MPs and even Chief Minister Shivraj Chauhan and ML Khattar will campaign in this election. In fact, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, who would be pretty busy with the budget right now, is now going to be holding regular daily meetings at the party office with leaders and campaign managers until the elections are over. Sources say the BJP is jittery by the lukewarm response that it has been getting in recent days compared to AAP and Arvind Kejriwal. A series of gaffes by its chief ministerial candidate Kiran Bedi also haven't helped. Today, speaking to NDTV, Ms. Bedi said that a wave similar to the Modi wave was there for her in Delhi. Only yesterday, she had also brought in the US president's visit into the campaign, leading fellow partymen to distance themselves from her comments. So, the fact that the BJP is now roping in some of its most senior leadership, apart from the Prime Minister, of course, who's expected to address at least 4 rallies in the national capital, what does this indicate? Does this indicate a sign of nervousness? Is Kiran Bedi as chief ministerial candidate really working for the BJP? Sambit Patra of the BJP joins us tonight, Ajay Kumar of the Congress party and Shahid Siddiqui. Shahid Siddiqui, to you first. How do you read this new poll strategy of the BJP tonight?
You know, Nidhi, it's absolutely fine if the BJP brings in its ministers and members of parliament. Congress did the same during the elections. They used to bring in a lot of ministers and people at the top, but unfortunately what I have seen in most of the elections, that this doesn't help. In fact, this confuses the workers much more and takes away the freedom of the grassroots leaders and workers, and the lower workers look up to these big leaders, try to get into their good books, and that leads to lot of confrontation and frustration and confusion at the lower level, which ultimately may damage any party. It has damaged Congress many a times, and it may damage BJP. Heavy top leadership doesn't really help. And they are fighting a leader like Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party, which is depending totally on its volunteers and its workers at the grassroots level.
Shahid Siddiqui, then what does it indicate to you? What does it indicate to you? And Arun Jaitley, who obviously has the budget, which is the biggest exercise on his hands right now is going to be holding these daily meetings at the party office. What does that indicate to you?
BJP has been very unsure about Delhi from the very beginning, and that was the reason that they tried to bring in the Prime Minister, and then they tried to bring in a leader from outside, totally, dropping from the air, Kiran Bedi, and it seems that is also not working. Now they are trying to bring in Obama and everything else and all these leaders. That shows that they are jittery, they are unsure, in spite of whatever the leaders may say and what my friend Sambit Patra may claim, but the reality is, and the people at the ground level know, that things are not as rosy for BJP as it claims to be. It is going to be one of the toughest elections since they have come back to power.
Okay, Sambit Patra, I know you're never going to sit on national TV and say that things are not looking so rosy on the ground, but would you concede that this has turned out to be a tougher fight than perhaps the BJP had estimated earlier? The AAP is giving you a tough fight. All right, I'm sorry, we've lost, Samit, I apologize, we've lost the audio. We'll come back to you. Ajay Kumar, in all of this, everyone's talking about the AAP and the BJP. How is the Congress looking at this?
Nidhi, that's the unfortunate part. I think if you look at the kind of candidates and the kind of personality cult we are trying to show to Delhi, I think then between Dr. Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal, then Ajay Makan has the best record in terms of reputation, experience. So here we've got two leaders, two inexperienced guys, and the whole issue is being twisted and no issues are being discussed. All this has become a personality fight, and that's bad for Delhi. I think the issues which need to be discussed, what is important for the people of Delhi, are being sidelined. I think Ajay Makan and his campaign team are focusing on it. And we are slowly, based on whatever survey you say, but we are slowly making progress. So I can promise you that you'll be very surprised.
No, I see what you're saying. I'll take that to Shahid Siddiqui for a moment. That Shahid Siddiqui, does Ajay Kumar have a point in that it's become a very personality-driven election right now, largely around the personalities of Kiran Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal. But then so was the general election, wasn't it?
Nidhi, not only the general election, the elections in UP, the elections in Bihar, elections all over, elections in England. With the electronic media taking over, building up personalities, highlighting a particular person, this is happening all over. So they should be prepared for this. The Congress should understand the change in the style of campaigning and style of functioning. And Congress has benefited most from personality cult in the last 50, 60 years. They have been the main beneficiary. Now other parties are building up their own personalities and characters in their parties, then they are feeling a bit jittery. But the fact remains that Congress is trying hard, and they have some very experienced and good leaders, but unfortunately elections are fought on perceptions, and perceptions may be good or bad. They may choose wrong leaders, bad leaders, but perceptions play a very important role. Perception today is that the fight is between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, and that is where the vote is getting polarized, and the Congress is being sidelined. It's becoming a kind of
I've got Sambit back, and I'll take that question back to you, Sambit, that I was trying to ask you earlier about whether you would concede that the AAP is giving you a tough fight in Delhi. At least concede that it is a tough contest, and it might be a pretty well fought election.
Nidhi, I would say, whatever I've been listening, from all the TV debates of late, I would say it appears that Bharatiya Janata Party is perpetually in a state of nervousness. Right from 2014 until today, we are continuously nervous with every election. I'll tell you, it is always good to be prepared for any election than to be arrogant or overconfident. And we are neither. We are neither arrogant and we are neither overconfident. We are confident, rightly confident that we will cross the mark and we'll form the government on our own, as we were confident in most of the states previously also where we went into elections and where we won. Number one, we have an organization to showcase. We have an organization which acts as a family, and that's the reason as to why most of the people are on the street today and they are they are helping the contestants. They are helping the Bharatiya Janata Party win the election. So there is nothing wrong with an organization. Rather, I would be asking the question to Congress as to why they have reluctant players in the organization today. They do not want tickets, even if they are given tickets, like Mr. Arvinder Lovely, he doesn't want to contest.
No, but Sambit, 1 second. The Congress is a separate point, but the point I want to ask you is, somebody again like Mr. Jaitley, he's the finance minister, he has a budget to present, a budget which is very critical for the entire country. Now he's going to be holding daily campaign meetings because of the Delhi polls. You have so many central ministers, Piyush Goyal and others, who've also been roped into the campaign. That seems to reflect, even as Shahid Siddiqui was saying, a sense of unease in the BJP about the way Delhi is going.
I'll tell you, I'll begin by the famous saying that the busiest man in the world has most amount of time to spare. Well, yes, it is not my fault that people in Congress and Aam Aadmi Party do not know how to manage time. We have a Prime Minister who hardly sleeps for 3 hours. It's but natural that most of the ministers in our party, in our government, spend similar kind of routine where they hardly spend any personal time. All their time is for the party. So naturally, Mr. Jaitley is a mind which the party needs at every step. He is a mind, he is a guide for us. So what's the harm if the organization takes his help? He guides us through all this.
Okay, Rahul Mehra, he's a great multitasker. Yeah, 1 second, Ajay Kumar. Let me get everybody in. Let me get Rahul Mehra in. Rahul Mehra, the BJP says, Sambit says, Mr. Jaitley is a great multitasker and that's why he's been brought in. How is the AAP looking at these developments of the last few hours?
Nidhi, first of all, let me just say Samit has a habit of making rhetorical statements, so I won't like to comment on that, but I'll say the following.
Okay, let's keep it civil, guys.
Nidhi, you have
Please,
to
allow me. I didn't
Rahul, stop that.
Nothing personal.
Don't behave like Arvind Kejriwal. Don't behave like Arvind Kejriwal. Be like Rahul Mehra and come on, be a lawyer. Fight me.
Okay, Rahul, please go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm proud to be a part of the party where Arvind Kejriwal leads us. So you be proud to be a part of the party where Narendra Modi leads you. Nidhi, there are 2 or 3 quick points that I want to make. Number one, that obviously BJP is flustered, and we are happy to see that BJP has now realized that after so many flip-flops from the point when they started, when they said they will not present a face, Modi is their biggest face, and then they realized that Delhi is a difficult territory, Delhi has an honest and a visionary leader. It's not like any other territory where there was anti-incumbency. In fact, we have a pro-incumbency of 49 days and people are eagerly waiting for us to come back. So they realized all of that. Then they got Mr. Narendra Modi to come in. The rally we all know flopped. Not many people were there. There is now they parachuted one leader, who was perceived to be the Tod of Arvind Kejriwal, and we are glad that you people keep interviewing her every day. One interview makes sure that BJP stays at bay and Arvind Kejriwal goes all the way. All of this, in all of this, I as a proud Delhiite, I can say only one thing, that there is only one political party, Nidhi. At least Aam Aadmi Party talks on issues. If you look at electricity,
Really.
if you look at development, if you look at water, if you look at
Rahul, Arvind
education,
Kejriwal has
if you
been
look at-
also making his own set of controversial statements.
Allow me. If
He's
you look
also
at,
been,
if
he's
you
also been
look
playing
at, look
to
at
the
making
gallery,
Delhi
he's
a
been
Wi-Fi and
defying the EC's
a
warnings.
developed city, all we are saying is we are the ones who are talking on issues. These people don't even have faces, nor do they have the issues.
No, but it's not
They are
like
copying
AAP is
us
the only one
blatantly,
talking on
and
issues.
they are
I
falling
disagree
flat
with
on
you
their
there.
face.
I think you've been courting controversy as
Yes,
well.
we are the only ones talking on issues, and we are rooted to the people. People are directly attached to us. They feel a
Okay.
kind of connect.
We'll-
We are compassionate towards the people. We have the cord of the people in
that
our
the
hands.
people of Delhi
The
will
pulse in
judge.
our
One
hand.
second, let me get
No
Kumar
other political
Ketkar in.
party has the kind
One
of
second,
volunteers
gentlemen,
that we
gentlemen,
have.
one second.
No other political
Let-
party can be proud of the fact that we have connected
Nidhi,
ourselves.
Okay, one
I
second,
need to
Rahul
hear
Mehra,
that.
one second.
I can
Samit,
say
give me a
that
moment.
very
Okay, I'm getting the
confidently
mics
and
down
proudly.
then. Kumar Ketkar, my point is, do you believe that there is a grain of truth in that Kiran Bedi's comments, day after day, different comments that they have made, are backfiring on the BJP in some form or the other, or do you think that is too harsh a judgment to make?
Well, actually, I don't think it is too harsh. Final judgment will be made by the people on the 10th of February. But obviously, the choice of Kiran Bedi to be inducted and immediately announced as a chief ministerial candidate showed that BJP is acutely nervous. I wonder why they are nervous, because they appeared to be winning all the states. However, I think when they did not win Maharashtra on their own, they did not win J&K, and in Srinagar they lost all the seats and all the deposits except one, and so they got panicky, and out of that panic they thought that they can bring in Kiran Bedi to fight Kejriwal, because both of them were just 3.5 years ago together. And they were so much together, they were comrades in arms. So if a split in the comrades in arms with Modi as PM would benefit BJP, that was the game plan. And in any case, everybody was saying before the elections 2014 that Modi should be PM and Kejriwal should be CM. That was the tone of the opinion polls in Delhi. So I think that is perhaps likely to happen now. Modi is already a PM and Kejriwal can be CM.